You live in a world that is constantly hammering you with invisible pressure. Every siren, every subway screech, and every jet engine is firing dense physical shockwaves through the air toward your eardrums. We're going to decode the specific physics behind the technology that intercepts those shockwaves and neutralizes them before they reach your ear. For decades, the primary method of noise reduction was passive isolation. This meant placing a physical barrier, like foam earplugs or heavy plastic earmuffs, between the sound source and your ear canal. But low-frequency sounds, like the deep rumble of an airplane cabin, carry significant kinetic energy. These long waves easily punch through thin layers of foam. Truly blocking them using passive isolation would require impractical, heavy materials like lead or thick concrete. Achieving silence in a portable device requires a proactive weapon against the sound wave itself, rather than simply building a thicker wall. Fundamentally, sound is a mechanical pressure wave. As noise travels through the air, it creates alternating areas of high pressure, the peaks of the wave, and areas of low pressure, the troughs. To neutralize that noise, engineers use the principle of destructive interference. They generate a second wave that is perfectly inverted. When the original wave reaches a high-pressure peak, this new anti-noise wave hits a low-pressure trough. When these two opposite waves occupy the same physical space, they mathematically cancel each other out. The high pressure and the low pressure sum to zero, leaving a flat line of silence. This makes active noise cancellation a real-time mathematical counterattack that forces the local air molecules back to a resting state. Speed is the ultimate constraint. For the physics to work, an earbud must detect the noise, calculate the inverse wave, and play it back before the outside sound reaches your eardrum. This entire process happens in a fraction of a millisecond. This technical breakdown of noise control categorizes these systems by where they place their microphones. Feed-forward systems use external microphones to catch noise early, while feedback systems monitor the actual sound inside the ear cup to ensure the cancellation is accurate. The data from these microphones is processed by a microchip that must calculate the precise anti-wave instantly while simultaneously playing your music or podcast. The push for high-performance audio processing is fueled by a market that increasingly demands flawless performance. A 2020 report shows half of all consumers now use wireless audio while gaming, and a quarter of them identify glitches and dropouts as a primary reason not to buy. To meet these expectations, ANC systems must be incredibly efficient to manage complex noise environments without failing. In the final step, the earbud's speaker driver emits the calculated anti-wave directly into the ear canal at the exact moment the external noise arrives. This localized bubble of silence is the result of shrinking complex acoustic physics into a piece of automated microprocessing. Engineers are now taking these principles beyond personal audio and applying them to macro-environmental spaces through road active noise cancellation. In a vehicle, chassis-mounted sensors and interior cabin microphones detect the deep, low-frequency rumble created by tires hitting the pavement. The vehicle's computer calculates the inverse wave, using the car speakers to flood the cabin with anti-noise, neutralizing highway hum before it reaches passengers. Removing that constant background roar lowers the cognitive load on the driver. This turns noise cancellation into a functional health and safety feature that helps prevent highway fatigue. The global market for this technology is expanding into smart homes and aviation, maintaining a projected 20% annual growth rate as it rapidly becomes a standard feature in industrial and domestic environments. Industry leaders are now integrating machine learning to make these systems fully adaptive. This allows the precise anti-wave to adjust in real time to unpredictable, chaotic sounds, like wind gusts or heavy construction. The ultimate goal is to give humans direct control over their sensory environment, allowing them to choose exactly which frequencies they experience. Silence is now an engineered commodity, mass-produced to allow us to dictate the physical environment we live in.